Hi. So rupee has declined for more than 1.5% in 2025 so far. It has several implications on consumers like you and I. What are those implications? And what can you and I basically do to nullify this effect or make our portfolio little more resilient in such a scenario? Because market conditions are always uncertain. You never know what Fed comes up with and when the rupee will get further weakened or dollar gets stronger. So let's understand this impact and what can we really do to create a resilient portfolio. Now there's several implications for consumers here. First, it leads to increased import costs. What it really means is we need to understand that India relies heavily on import for these goods like crude oil, machinery, electronics. So when a rupee gets weakened, that makes the imports really expensive, and which potentially leads to higher prices of products and its services. So what would these businesses basically do in such a case? They will pass the expenses to consumers like you and I. And the everyday items would get expensive. And this leads to rise in inflation, right? So you and I who are going there to buy things, obviously our purchasing power goes down. It erodes the purchasing power and it affects the household budget. Also, for people who are planning to study abroad or who are planning to get a foreign experience, for them things gets really expensive because everything, when a rupee gets weaker, so you need to pay more for the tuition, you need to pay more for accommodation, for your everyday travel. So that's what the foreign experience also gets a little more expensive here. So what does an investor do when the rupee gets weakened? Well, you must know if the imports are getting higher, the exports, that's the sector that you must be thinking about. You must invest in export-oriented sector, IT, pharma, textiles. Now these are the sectors which earns in dollars. So when you invest in them, you would see a rise in your portfolio, or maybe your portfolio remains same. You can also consider gold and commodities because gold prices really get higher as the rupee depreciates. That's one thing. So investors can hedge against currency risk by investing in gold ETFs or sovereign gold bonds, right? You can also think about investing in international funds and ETFs. Now a lot of mutual funds are coming up with international allocation. So think about considering that. You can also think about investing in short-term debt funds in these volatile times. Invest via SIP to average out the benefits, right? Because with the ups and downs, when you sail through that, by investing in different asset class, by investing in different sectors, don't be too much import dependent, because even auto companies, they are, if they are dependent on the imported goods, we'll see squeezed margins, right? So just don't be bullish on just one sector. Try investing in different areas, different sectors, different assets, and you'll see, like, you can also invest in debt funds, shorter duration in these volatile times. Now then you'll see that your portfolio, it rises even when the market falls. That's what we have to do, and that's what should be our purpose. Think about long-term planning. Don't just go for short-term things. And on that note, thank you very, very much for listening to me today.